What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was just dying before this show started, so bear with me trying to get it together, but welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Fan Friday. We are here for week 8, breaking everything down that a lot went down this week. Kevin Byard, we got to see the Kelly Greens, a lot of excitement coming back to the Eagles fan base and the media on board with what this Eagles team is doing here. And we all have seen it here. All of you sickos tuning in here, joining me. And look, a lot of excitement brewing here. And, we talked earlier today, Jordan Davis questionable for this game. So you're always going to have stupid things, stupid injuries, and, things are going to happen throughout the season that you hate. But you just have to hope that the team next man up, and look, Jalen Carter, Milton Williams, Fletcher Cox, Marlon Tuipulotu, Kentavious Street, Moro Ojoma. We've got depth at that position now. No one is a true zero shade one technique monster nose tackle like Jordan Davis, but we'll get the job done and we will defeat the Washington Commanders. And I'm excited about it. Hope you're all excited, getting ready for this Sunday's matchup, our last 1 o'clock matchup of the year. A lot of prime time, a lot of weirdo dates, all kinds of just crazy stuff always for the Eagles. So we're all used to it, but I appreciate you tuning in here. Let's get this bad boy started. This is your show. So whatever's on your mind, any questions, the trade deadline coming up here. Last night we did the trade show, talked about 50 trade candidates. That's right, 50. So go check that bad boy out. And obviously all the other shows that were going on this week, talking about the top matchups, breaking down this Commanders team, what's different from last week and not in this chair. I can't wait for the bye week. Going to be doing a lot of redecorating, and this chair is going to be one of those things that's changed. So let's go, but let's effing go. Tiffany, appreciate you tuning in. You sickos, always appreciate you taking the time here. I had a beautiful night. Got to go out to eat to this nice little Mexican restaurant with my woman here, and it was truly fantastic. But it's been a long day, long week, and I hope you're all, settled in here. The weekend is here. Obviously, still a lot of work to be done for the Philadelphia Eagles, so we're strapped in, ready to see it, but I appreciate you all taking the time here in China. Let's effing go Birds! I appreciate all of you, each and every one of you, and whether you're tuning in live or watching this later, always love to hear from you, especially on Fan Friday, and I know a lot of you always send those messages bummed out that you missed the Fan Friday, and look, I try to do them at a certain time, and one day we will get a set time for this show, but it's just so much chaos where we're going to get it done 7:45 tonight, and that's just how it goes for now. But yo, my man William, appreciate you in here, and look, anything on your mind, I would love to hear it. And that's crazy. I felt, for me, that game, I was losing my mind at the Dolphins-Eagles game, so I didn't know if I had caught something then, because I'm like, I don't know, man, my voice, I feel kind of stuffy. I'm not sure. So I hope not with any of those kind of things, but I hope you feel better. And I was about to say something about that. That's why I said it's weird, but I'm definitely feeling a little congested here, and it's hard to talk, and the energy is, it's hard to gather. I'm not going to say it's low because it's always there. It's just hard to get it up. I didn't mean to say that, Lord. But I'm feeling rough, but I hope you're feeling better. I hope that you literally, all that sickness goes away from you, ready in time for the game, ready to an easy win. No screaming for us, right? We just need to go out here and kick some ass. But I appreciate that, Tiffany. All is well here. Hope all is well with you and your family also. It's been a long week for all of us, and it was nice to get to spend a little bit of time here with Chelsea. But I got back and I was like, oh man, I got to do Fan Friday yet too. And I was like, I'm going to get it in at 7:45. And then it was just like, oh my God, like there's always, because it's so crazy to me sometimes, like when I make multiple videos, like earlier, it was just right after 4 o'clock, right when that news came out, you guys, I posted the graphics, told you the Eagle stuff, and then I put the show together with the Commanders information, recorded it, uploaded it, and waited for it. I even had to wait a second, and then boom, I got it out to you as quick as I could, and then that's when I left. And it was like, I just feel like sometimes I have multiple days in one day. Like it was like, oh, it's still it's still Friday. I got to do Fan Friday. I didn't miss it. Like it's crazy to me. But you know, I love all of you, and I appreciate this time, and I appreciate that you guys take this time and look forward to this, and I do too. So it's awesome to me, you know, that this, you know, it definitely is a time consumer. We'll say that, but it's always worth it. And I appreciate all of you tuning in. And that's what tonight's show is all about. I appreciate you tuning into all those shows, but you know, this one's for you, where you guys get to tune in whatever the hell you want. It's on your, you know, you guys always get me drifting off the sea with different stuff. So whatever it is, but we've talked about everything. If you missed anything throughout this week, you know, the Kevin Byard trade's obviously huge. We talked about the impact that has there. Obviously, having he and Reed Blankenship as starters that allows City Brown to play that role I've been talking about since before we even drafted him, why he would fit, what you could do with him. And I think we are going to have to in certain situations, you know, that big nickel we talk about, you being that third safety, that dime backer, all the things he can do, we are going to be able to do. And very excited about Kevin Byard just himself, you know, having a all-pro safety. I think, you know, with that great coverage ability, he can tackle. He does it all, man. He's the kind of safety you want. So pairing him with Reed Blankenship, allowing Sidney Brown to continue to develop, be part of this defense as that third safety, but also, you know, helping at that nickel spot. We have Roby out again, but Rick's doing well. You have him helping out. Josiah Scott is back. He started last week, did well. So all these guys, I just get more confident about this team, people getting thrown in there. So, but, you know, looking at punter, you know, looking at Braden Mann, obviously not doing great. We talk about his struggles. So there are positions right before the trade deadline coming up that people talk about. Punter not going to be one of those that I'm talking about trading for, but you saw we had that guy that was brought in, Garricky or whatever. That's not his name, but you know, we brought him in and for a workout, but he didn't get signed or anything. But maybe, you know, next week he's on the practice squad or something. But man, you know, maybe they're lighting a fire under his ass. Like, let's go, bro. You sucking it up. But you know, we'll see what they decide to do there, man. But rescue, yeah. Dude, that Sixers game. And what's funny was I was just saying to Chelsea, I was like, you know what's crazy? I posted about, you know, the game last night on my Twitter and was like, yeah, I was impressed by the game. I only lost by 1 point to, you know, Dame and Giannis there without Harden and whatever the whole situation going on there. I only added Oubre. I loved the addition of Oubre, but you know, you were in the game, you were winning it, and then they just, dude, multiple bullshit calls where you're like, you see Dame, you know, going in and like, like, dude, barely, like the wind touches them. They're like, losing their minds. But dude, we literally get in there and they're effing clothesline and Melton, Maxey, everybody, dude. And dude, I saw some dude just smacking Maxey from the 3-point line, and it's like, dude, minimal contact, calling shit back for us, like, or for them, you know, like against us. It's like, all right, dude. But I didn't say a word about it in my post. I was like, you know what? Not even gonna, like, cause it's tiring, man. Being a Philly fan, it happens all the time. But they, you know, in the media all over the place, people were just talking about how, you know, and obviously you're saying it here, but it's like, I wasn't gonna say it, but dude, I agree with you. It was bullshit. But hey, it was nice to see them hanging in there, only losing by a point. Good love show. What good love the show, but what do you think the Eagles would do with the 32nd pick? Swing tackle or tight end? Well, I think they're going to have the 32nd pick, but I don't think it's going to be swing tackle or tight end, but we'll see what's available there, and we'll definitely go from there. Definitely appreciate and I appreciate you tuning in. If you guys saw that show last night, the 50 trade candidates for the Eagles, go check that bad boy out. You know, I'm always putting in as much work as I possibly can. This is clearly something I love doing, and I love being able to talk with you guys about it. And we've been talking all about every game, each week, every day, because that's how we break it down. But obviously, toward the trade deadline, things like that, more things get thrown into the fire. Eagles start making actual trades, doing things. I'm all about it, baby. So it makes it crazier. But I'm always here whenever I can be to try to get you that news and the action and keep up to date with everything. But I love these Fan Fridays, just being able to shoot the shit with you guys and talk about whatever. But my dedication does not falter. I love my birds, and I know you guys do too. So I try not to, you know, forget that, right? Suppose saying that we gave the Titans back their own pick for the Yeah, I was talking about that the day we did that. It's the way that pick was. We were, if you've seen me with giving you the future draft picks, you've seen that pick where it's either the Tennessee Titans or our pick. It's the worst of the two would have gone to us, but we gave that back to them. So I love it, dude. Howie is just insane. And how much heat I got last year for that. It's so funny, trying to explain to people that we have the best GM in the league. Oh, I got to fire him. Oh, he's not doing that. So he didn't draft Jesse. It was like, shut up. We get it, dude. But I think they see what I mean now, because holy shit, man, he is nuts. I knew exactly what you meant, but yeah, man, it's truly beautiful to see. Yo, what's going on? And I think that, this game, we obviously talk about it. We are figuring out the nickel position more. I think this game is going to go much differently. Go check out those top matchups. I'll post all that stuff down below in the comments. But look, this team, we've talked about it. You got to give them a little bit to figure their, things out, to spread their wings. And, obviously people freaking out when we're just, struggling with certain things. And it's like, dude, the great thing always was we can work on these things and get better. And they've done that to stop shooting themselves in the foot. But you got to continue doing that. Kelsey Cox Graham coming back, still productive. Well, I don't know about that, but it'll really depend on how this season ends. It's going to end with the Super Bowl, so they're going to go out on top. So they might be gone. Well, I called and he was taking a nap, so I didn't get to talk to him. They actually traveled back. If you remember me telling you, that was like the game plan to leave like early, to be at the hotel to be able to see that, and then the Phillies, and obviously not good there with the Phils. But we're gonna, talk happily about those Eagles, and I think that for me, clearly this team, and he knows that's where he gets that. I try to be as positive as I can with what I can be positive about, and this team for me, it was always they're gonna figure things out. People are gonna really have to backtrack on what they've been saying, because this team is very talented. They've got the right pieces in place. It was just about cleaning some things up. So they're doing that, getting healthy, and oh boy, they just beat the hell out of the Dolphins. They only allowed 10 points to their offense, and really that field goal, we gave it to them right there. They scored on that pick six, so yeah, they scored 17. But dude, we whooped their ass. And what did I talk about before that game? They're going to wake up real fast, and everybody's going to be on board that Super Bowl prediction. And what did I also talk about? Well, once Howie trades for that safety this week, then they're really going to be on board. And, well, sure as shit, here we are. We beat the Miami Dolphins, and we got Kevin Byard. So I love these Fan Fridays. I love being able to come here and, wrap up everything, be here live, get to talk to you guys, because I feel very confidently about this team. And that's all right when people get a little upset about it. But Joseph, my man, I know you're with me. I know a lot of you are with me and feeling that this team is not only about to go win its second Super Bowl here, but we're building a dynasty. And I will not stop saying it because of the pieces they are putting in place around Jalen Hurts, what Howie Roseman has been able to do with this coaching staff, the future draft picks, the future cap space. Go check out all of those shows I do. Show Me the Money is the name of the category there on YouTube. You can find that in the playlist. I think that this team really has a bright future here, and they continue building this season. They will have a very bright future right here this season. So let's go win this bad boy. But Joseph, appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great Friday night. Let's effing go, Birds. Hope you're ready for this game on Sunday. My man Tone in here. Let's go, you guys. I hope you're getting ready for this ass beating we're about to lay down. Now, I'm not trying to get ahead of myself or overlook the Commanders, but I think that this team is really finding their way. And look, we talk about it. Yeah, injuries happen. Jordan Davis questionable, Roby out, but this team is building other pieces where it's like Byard, I think he's going to do pretty well right off the bat. Him and Reed Blankenship, worked out this offseason together. They both went to Middle Tennessee, as I talked about when they were, we got that trade. I just think that this is truly a blessing, and it's, the icing on the cake. We talked about it, how we would make moves, stay patient, chill the F out, man. We're going to win this Super Bowl. The pieces that we need to add, how we will do that. And injuries happen, things happen. We're like, okay, we need safety. Boom, he goes and gets a safety. Like, we literally talk about this stuff, like, every year, every time before it happens. And so I love you guys, and I love doing this show, love talking with you guys, because too much negativity, too many people that don't know what's going on. And it's very simple to be positive when you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm just trying to shine it brighter so these mother effers stop, man, because it gets unbearable at times, man. But I love you guys. Love that you tune in and you're always pumped up with me. And you guys are way too kind with all the things you're always saying and dropping in to do. But I'm just doing this because I love it and I love you guys and I do appreciate you and your kind words. But hey, you keep tuning in. I'll keep doing my best. Olympics this year, you putting on your flag football Olympic squad. Wow. That's a damn good question. I think that clearly I'm taking Jalen Hurts at quarterback. It's flag football. The dude probably wouldn't even want to pass it half the time. Nobody's going to touch him. I really think he's clearly my favorite quarterback. Running back, just give me the Eagles team. I'm winning against anybody. You give me Swift, you give me A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. I'm good, man. And then on the defensive side of the ball, give me some of them younger guys. Give me Carter. I don't know that I necessarily need Davis, although he could probably just grab like the 3 guys on the front line that you have and just take them all so everybody can just go get their flag. So I'm still taking him too, but I got to have Carter out there. I got to have Nolan Smith. Got to have Reddick and Sweat. So we're going to be mixing it up with the linebackers. They're going to be all over the place. I'm going to need Byard and Reed Black there. Sidney Brown, he can play linebacker, whatever. We'll have him all over the place. But what are we doing? 7-on-7? Is it? But I'm taking the Eagle squad. No, that's a great question. I think if you're looking outside the Eagles right now, I mean, there are some really talented guys. I think, obviously, Christian McCaffrey, one of the better running backs. He would be fun to have. I think Tyreek Hill, he's pretty elusive, so it'd be hard to get his flag. He's a little guy, too. I think there's definitely a lot of guys you could take other than, the Eagles that I mentioned. Travis Kelce, I'm sure, would be a great one. But for me, I think this Eagles team is so talented. That's why I'm so confident they're winning the Super Bowl. So give them to me in flag football, and we'll go win that effing thing too. It's like we're, one of those guys like we're an ECW, but we're breaking into the WWF, and we're going to go take your belts. Sorry, I'm old. But, dude, I think that's a great question. And let me know who your team is. I think, the Eagles would take me to the top, but I'm sure you guys could build some good ones. Yes, and if you're getting anything, I mean, this isn't really a show. I don't bring anything, but I have all the pictures from throughout the week, all the stuff that you guys like to talk about. So, but if you are getting anything from this, or you'd like just coming here and shooting the shit, talking some birds, talking some shop, man. That's what we do around here. You can hit that like button, subscribe. That's what this Friday, if you've not been here before, Fan Friday is all about you. I answer whatever the hell you guys are asking. Well, dependent sometimes, but we recap the week, whatever the hell you guys want to do. This is your effing show, and I give you shows every day. And clearly, enough information for you to know everything that's going on for both teams, and obviously enough for you to know how I feel about this game. So really hope you enjoyed. I put lots of work into that show last night, like almost a week's worth of looking things up. And I'm not saying like it was the free time I had each night. I was staying up late. I literally a couple nights fell asleep, and I'd wake up and I was like, son of a bitch, because I wanted to get certain positions done. And then I was like, what was my train of thought here, dude? Like, oh my God, it was intense. I went through every single roster on, and then was like, okay, which of these teams should be sellers? Who shouldn't be? So would they really give this guy up? Some of them, it was like, they're not giving this guy up, but then some of them you guys wanted to talk about. So I threw them all in there anyway. And we talked about how, just in case you want to know if they can, because I don't want to spoil your dreams. I'll tell you how I feel about it, but maybe you want Derrick Henry. You want Jonathan Taylor, Patrick Surtain. That's what last night's show was about, showing you how that is possible, how Howie Roseman could sit there and be like, I can make this happen. He could trade for Patrick Surtain. He could with Derrick Henry. It's not too much cap. They could make it happen. But it's a matter of, are you giving up that draft capital? So we talked about all those things last night, and I hope you enjoyed it. But, yeah, man, I enjoy these nights too, just coming here and shooting the shit with you. And, yeah, man, I cannot wait to see him this Sunday. Going to be great seeing him out there with Reed and Sydney doing the damn thing. I'm calling my bias. Hey, look, and, I think that this team is pretty effing talented, so I think we'd go pretty far with that team, China. So F them. They're all a bunch of haters. And that's just the thing, these people out here, they're going to talk their trash, and we lost to the Jets. Every one of, my friends or somebody always wanted to talk some shit. Oh, yeah, and it was like, wait till we beat the Dolphins, and then I need you to come back. I need you to come back to me. And they're dead silent. And here's what's going to happen. And it's the same with those closet Eagles fans and, the flip-floppers. They're all very hesitant to say much of anything, but boom. Well, some of them just straight flip-flop, and it's like, oh, they're my favorite team ever now. And it's like, holy shit, I can't keep up with you. Last week it was, we're going to lose to, everybody. We're the worst. It's like, but those people that are even the haters, they'll get to this point where it's just like, oh, yeah, you guys are pretty good. Or it's, Hurts isn't good because your whole team's so good. Everybody's good. That's why this guy's good. And you're not good because he's good. And it's crazy. The goalpost moving. I actually love every second of it. And I always, get so many hateful comments and so many people so upset. But I always tell them, please just come back when all of these things happen that you tell me are not going to. Please just come on back now, you hear? And, well, they don't usually. And I love every second of that. Cannot lie to you. But, F them. If they don't understand our passion and love for the birds, hey, man, what it is, my man Jay in here. Yo, brother, hope you're doing well. I'm fired up for this game. I was fired up to come do this Fan Friday. I was fired up last Friday talking about that damn Dolphins game coming up in that Kelly Green. We were going to lose in that Kelly Green, baby. I was at that game. My voice is still feeling the effects. I'm not sure if I'm sick or if I just really am that effing crazy. And, well, it could be that I'm just that crazy. And yes, I was losing my mind. I told you there's 2 Dolphins fans sitting in front of me had the worst time of their lives. And I had the best time of my life. So, oh, my God, I'm doing great, Jay. And I hope you can say the same. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Ready for some birds to go 7-1. I was, dude. I get so hyped up listening to you guys. Listen, and this was my whole point when when I started the Hurts train. Like, look, man, this is simple. This kid is driven. Obviously, I was lucky enough to have his trainer on here, become friends with him, his chef, all that stuff. It's been great making those connections. But they were so confident in him and the things they told me, I was like, honestly, and they'll back this up, I was more confident than they were. I just knew this kid was going to be him. And, dude, took a while to get everybody on board. Oh, dude, get the Hurt season going, getting all that. Took a little bit, but, dude, it has been truly beautiful to watch everyone just finally see exactly what I was. Dude, he's a machine. I called him the Terminator. You remember the year we drafted him. He is the Terminator, man. He's just driven to be the best, and we couldn't ask for anything else. So that's why I've been so I just believe in him, man. And I'm never going to stop believing in him. And I think we're about to win a Super Bowl this year. So everybody else will get on board. Getting the weird narrative out there, the so-called gauntlet. I'm not saying the Eagles will win the rest of the season. Let me explain this right here, Linda. And I appreciate you tuning in and appreciate you bringing this up because I just brought this up just the other day. Oh, so we after the bye, right? We've got the Cowboys after this. Then we've got the bye game. Then it's, oh, my God, you've got the Chiefs. Then you've got the Niners. Then it's the Bills. Then the Seahawks. I don't know if it's in that order. I'm just saying, oh, Lord, help us. I don't give a damn. It's the Chiefs, the Niners, the Bills, the Seahawks that have us. So they can come get some any day, any time. They're the ones looking at their schedule saying, son of a bitch, we have to play the Philadelphia Eagles. So I don't care what anybody says. And Linda, I love it because it's laughable to me that they think we give a damn about any of those teams. Oh, Chiefs, you're going to get the old backdraft out there and everybody's got their fire hose. Whoa, you're going to wet the field. What are you going to do to stop us when we come whoop your ass? Patrick Mahomes, 49ers, that's cute. Oh, well, we're going to have 16 quarterbacks when we get there. Good. We'll destroy every effing one of them. Seahawks, you're not even a real bird. Kiss my ass. Go Birds. I don't give a damn about any of these teams. The Philadelphia Eagles are the best in the NFL, and that's hands down, baby. And when we win the Super Bowl, they can all kiss my ass because, well, I tried to tell them. But I love it. I love it. Let them keep sleeping. No one likes us. We don't care. It's truly beautiful. Linda, hope you're having a great night. I'm here, and I'm fired up. Hope you're all feeling the same about this game coming up, because we're about to whoop some Commander ass. Fantasy team is basically the Eagles offense. Love it. I only have Hurts and Goddard, but Hey-o! I was already whooping ass. I've never scored as many points or a bigger game. I had like Washington's defense. I had Gibbs, Kamara going off, all kinds of, it was awesome. So, yeah, Hurts it's nice to have him at quarterback. So that's awesome, Joseph. Hopefully you're kicking some ass there. I think I lost 2 games so far, so I'm not as good as the Eagles. But yeah, we're trying to make it happen. We're gonna get in the playoffs. I'm in 3rd place, so we're gonna hold on and we're gonna keep fighting to the top. I am the point leader though, so that pisses me off when that. It's fine. But it is what it is. Same David Jalen. So yeah, I love that dude, and he's got like a master's in psychology, so he knows how to go out there and talk to the media, and you see him then like on mic'd up, right? And how different he is with his teammates. And it's like, that's what I was trying to explain when I had his trainer on. If you guys have never seen that interview from a few years ago, go check it out, man. His trainer's awesome. The belief he had in him, it was just fun talking to him about all that stuff. So, yeah, man, he's awesome, but he's a really cool dude, and it's like, you can see he knows how to talk to both and knows how to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. I'm about to let my hair out, dude. Triple H style. All right, dude. I think he shaved his head. Putting Byard at free safety play. It's not. We don't really have a free safety or strong safety. I talked about that when we had the top 20 trade candidates for safety, and we talked about Byard. We talked about a lot of those guys where, it's more just left, right, strong side, weak side. When you're playing in this, you need to be able to do both things because you got to be interchangeable. You got to be able to be the free safety and strong safety, essentially, because you have different things with this match zone, a lot of time defense, that these safeties have a lot of responsibility. You need to be smart dudes, and that's why I've been so excited about Reed Blankenship. I didn't mind I like Justin Evans being here. It allowed Sidney Brown to be that 3rd guy to develop, and I think he is the future there with Reed. But now you've got Byard here that allows Sidney to play that, dude, just weapon. You can line him up all over the place. You guys heard me before the draft why I wanted that kid. So I think it just opens up so much here for these guys that they're weapons. You can line them up all over. And, you can have him playing deep. You can have him one-on-one covering somebody with, man. And I think that it's the beauty of it. He does a lot of great things. And, that's the cool thing about the size defense, having these versatile pieces we talk about. I don't even call them defensive ends or outside linebackers, just edge rushers to me, because it changes. You have your even and odd fronts, and we play both. We do a lot of different things. So that's why I call, different positions, different things. If you ever have questions about that stuff, you guys can ask me. And I'll never try to, if you look at my depth charts, it doesn't say FSSS. It just says S, because, and I almost put LSRS because it's like, okay, he'll start on it, but you have different responsibilities. But they honestly, like talking about last year, when Sam linebacker, talking about Hassan Reddick, with this system, a lot of it's the same with Fangio stuff. But in this one, you're not really moving you're not moving players really. The nickel might move around a lot, but depending on what it is, the play call, zone or man or whatever, how he's moving, whether he's going to the weak or strong side. But I think that, and the strong side's just, the stronger side with more players, but to simplify it. But I think that this team, obviously, oh my God, the players they have, the versatility of this, having Hassan Reddick be able to be your weak side linebacker. Josh Sweat could be your strong side, weak side, either one. They can flippy-floppity. Interchangeable guys on everywhere you go, man. So I'm all about this team, man, and I'm very excited. That's why I talked about top 3, top on offense and defense, and I think they both could be top 1. And you're seeing a slow build here, baby. Let's go. But happy Fan Friday to you, Liz. Appreciate you taking the time here. Said this secondary will be number 1 soon. I agree. No doubt. Travis, you've heard it. I told you they'll be repeating me sooner. So I'm glad to hear that they agree because, hey, man, I know they were probably saying this week, we're going to trade everyone, cut them. And look, dude, I've tried to stay firm. People will be on board with how great this defense is. And I know they don't like this style, but they will. I promise you that. I promise you. And I love to hear that people are finally praising him. I said today at the press conference that he didn't want to let the Commanders know what he was going to do. That's always how he's going to be. That's a typical Sirianni answer, and I love every second of that because he's just hilarious. Even if it doesn't matter, he's still going to say that. He's just ridiculous. Make Kelly Green. Well, I love them both, so I don't really care. We should just make a petition to half the games. We want them for half the damn home games and rather than just 3. But we're only wearing them for 2. Maybe we're saving 1 for the playoffs. So that's what my thought process is. Love to see that. But Hurts better. He's not. He's obviously way better. And obviously anybody who actually watches the games knows that most of those turnovers are on everyone else. But yeah, the haters are, you got to understand, people don't watch football. They don't understand what's actually going on. Most people are drinking and just screaming at the TV. And each week it's you got to trade Hurts and fire Howie. And, I've been dealing with it for years and it's insane. But it's like, dude, and obviously no intelligent person would ever think that Hurts is a failure. Clearly, this dude at an MVP level, he's only going to get better. So cannot wait to see it. And dude, we talked about it. Hal's going to have a tough time here. I think we're going to beat the hell out of him. What did I say last night? 8 sacks. And we didn't even get 1 interception from him. I want 2 interceptions to make up for that one. But if we just get 1, I'd be cool with it. Why there's like no white jerseys in the Eagles store, I have no idea, man. A lot of people bought them, I would assume, but that's crazy. You can check other places, man. Fanatics, and I'm sure just type it in the internet. You could probably find them somewhere, but make sure it's authentic or whatever the hell you're looking for. But that's wild, dude. That is truly wild. But F yeah, my man, let's go. I hope you guys are feeling what I've been trying to put down this whole damn off season, throughout the season, even with the negative Nancy's. I hope you're feeling it. And look, they're switching their jerseys, and they have had to. And last year, you heard it. Every little minute mistake, anything he can't develop, he can't do this. You heard it. All the top dogs would come after me, tell me what I didn't know, and now they can all kiss my ass because, it's pretty embarrassing to see how wrong they were. And it's like, I try to explain it very simply, but they don't want to hear anything. They just want to be right. It's about being right and just making shit up. It's weird to me. First start against the Saints. Yeah, that's exactly. And I talked about that, man, and everybody, comes along now and it's like, hey, man, I told you from day one. We all know who started the train in these parts. So it's funny to me, man. It's crazy. I always tell this story, Jen, and that's what's great. Look, for me, Carson Wentz had a lot of faith in him, loved what he was able to do. But after that injury, a lot of struggles, a lot of things going on where it was pretty clear things were tough. Then, you make it to the playoffs, gets a concussion. It's like, mother. Well, then one of my sources told me, and during that offseason, you guys know, I told you, Carson Wentz is about to get traded. Everybody's like, F you don't have sources. And I was like, well, they're telling me that he's getting traded, and I'm just letting you know. And I'm telling you, I got all this hate mail, dude. People were losing it was nuts, dude. So how the Wentz, it was seriously nuts. I'm like, I'm literally just telling you what I'm being told. So then he gets traded like the next day. And it was insane, like how that whole process. Like, so I just want you to know, I took a lot of hate for that, but I used to be a Carson Wentz believer. So it was insane to me to see the Carson Wentz hate. But we'll rewind for a second. That Saints game. Now, when we drafted him, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't think we would go that high. I did think we would probably take a quarterback somewhere, but I was pumped up about him. Like, screw it. The kid's got a bright future. And hopefully, you don't need him now. You find out what Carson Wentz can do if you light a fire under his ass. And if not, well, you trade one of them. So we talked about which way it would go. And clearly you saw Wentz. He was feeling the pressure. He got broken by Jalen Hurts being there. So, hey, it was clear to me that give this kid a chance. Let's see what he does. He comes in against the Saints. And we're watching the game. And I'm like, this is like, holy shit. We're, losing our minds. And my kid's sitting there and wearing his Carson Wentz jersey. And at this moment, he's like 9-10 years old. And he's like, he's better. He's better than Carson Wentz. And I remember I don't know why it's so vivid to me, but I'm like, you're right. I'm like, you're effing right, dude. Like, he really is. And that was what solidified it. I was like, dude, even my own kid can see it. Like, it's right there. And it was a kid, who was a Carson Wentz fan, just like I was. But it was like, all right, man. And I did my best, and you guys know I was the only content creator out here. Everybody else wanted to trade for Russ or Jimmy G or all those crazy things, trade up so we can get Zach Wilson. I wanted no part in any of that stuff. So from that moment on, when he became that starter, I did my best to reach out to people, try to get, and I got, the guy who was training him, the chef, they got them on the show, and it just kept building my confidence in him. And he finally got his chance to show out, like, for a real season, not just those few games at the end, which I loved, but I was dead ass confident after that and really push my narrative, man. And I was the only person out here, and it took a while to get other people on board, but clearly it just didn't have a big following. But got a lot of hate for it for the people who did see it. Oh, it was tough, but I did my best. 2 contacts I've seen Hurt season from. Well, I definitely was, and it took, LB's my dude, but definitely took him a while. I remember all the hate he was getting when he was calling Hurts Taysom Hill, which I definitely did not agree with. And I know he wanted to trade for Jimmy G and Russell Wilson and all those things, but he did come around. So that's all you got to ask for people to come around. And that's all I was trying to do, get people to see what I was trying to show them. And, by reaching out and getting all of those people on, did my best. So it was nice when he, I just wanted everyone to be on board with what I was trying to put out there. So took some people a little longer, but that's okay. That's okay. As long as everyone's here now, that's all I've ever asked for, man. And it was my pleasure to be the conductor here, man. And it was really cool I've made some really great connections for believing in Hurts, like to be able to say that I was the guy out here and that you'll never find a post of mine that, says Russell Wilson or, about Jimmy G or any of that stuff. Taysom Hill, no, didn't happen with me, man. Big fan. So let's go Birds. Top 5 and everything. Hey, man, you've been seeing the breakdown each week as we get better, as this team continues to grow. They'll find out soon enough. Rorschach season, baby. Let's effing go. Let's effing go, indeed. I'm all about it. Give a damn about these teams. Our division Debo is disappointing, except Giants. We need the defense. Keep saving. No, man, I just need the Eagles to continue to do what they do, and everyone else will be on board soon enough. I'm ready for this team to go out and whoop some ass. 5'2", no doubt. Let's go. Yo, Dragon Day. Appreciate you tuning in, my man. Hope you're having a great night. First are the Shark, and that's exactly right. Let them try to, say about how we should worry about this, lineup coming. Dude, they're going to worry about us. I can assure you of that. And yo, what's going on, dude? Appreciate you tuning in. Just getting pumped up, man. I'm ready to rock and roll for this game on Sunday. And you know it. No one likes us. We don't care. I'm always ready to run through walls, especially when talking about the Birds, especially when it comes to the haters who don't know what they're talking about. But let's go. All 3 are weapons. We should call them the BBB. BBB. All about it. Let's go. Better Business Bureau package. Oh, I'm all about it, my man. Show us Brian Burns' cap hit for curiosity. I don't know what that is. I can't show you that. I don't have anything like that, but I can look it up for you. We're not trading for an edge rusher. We're actually, and I know all offseason, you heard all the other content creators saying how we needed Yannick and Ngakoue, all this shit. No way, dude. I think Nolan Smith just needs more reps. Trust me. I know people are sleeping on him, but oh boy, just wait. Because we got Reddick, Sweat, you've got Graham, you got Barnett. Smith will get his, I promise you, man. So edge rushers, I don't think the Eagles would be trading away just to pay big at a position that, but hey, never know with Howie. And if he's looking to just go that route and then not pay Reddick, maybe that's the route. But let me look here. So his cap hit is $16 million. If they trade him 0 dead money for Carolina, you would have to pay $16 million cap hit. You could extend him, save $11.9 million. So he would cost you a little over $4 million in a cap hit if you were to trade for him and extend him. So the Eagles have about $2.1 million right now in cap space. If they were to try to trade a Derek Barnett, maybe throw in an Albert O, Rashad Penny, somebody, they could, trim that cap space they have right now. And clearly when you're bringing someone on, it's not just that $4 million. That's replacing the bottom. So it's really only like a $3 million cap, you feel me? So you make it work. You could, but I don't know that the Eagles would try to have to do those roster gymnastics for edge rusher. But he's a very talented guy. If they feel that they not only want to trade for him and give up draft assets, they would have to pay him too because he is a free agent after the season. So we'll see. Buffalo's Jordan Poyer always in the box. He's really good in that role. Oh, I'm a big fan of Poyer. Ex-Eagle, way back. But, he's very talented, man. And I think Sidney Brown's going to be moved all over the place, man. Omar here in Bermuda. Let's go. Be in Philly, play Dallas. Yo, that is what's up. First game. That is. If I'm there, dude, make sure you stop by Lot E. We'll be throwing it down. Hope to see you there, man. But that's what's up, dude. Safe travels and enjoy that effing game because, well, we're going to whoop their ass. And I cannot wait for that one. It's going to be truly beautiful. Waiting for the Super Bowl because the whole us would go out and buy them. Yeah, they might be. But the Kelly Green, they'll come back around toward the Bills because we'll play again with those Kelly Greens. Happy Friday to you, Nina. Hope all is well. Hope you enjoyed that game on Sunday. How truly beautiful it was. This team going to keep building on that. Go whoop the Commanders' ass, then the Cowboys. Enjoy the bye week. Go through that, what the media wants to call the gauntlet, and show everyone we're the team to beat, whooping the hell out of everyone else. But I'm all about it. No, I think you're talking about the Kelly Green to wear them. No, you remember exactly what I said when we talked about only having it 2 times. I think they're saving it for the playoffs to wear it that third game. You can't wear it in the Super Bowl, but I would wear it against, anybody. If it's the Cowboys or Giants, maybe. But yeah, if not, save it for the championship or do something like that. But yes, that's exactly what I think. Nice to see the love being shared. Hey, really appreciate you, Jeremy. And don't know if you saw the trade show last night, but that one's pumped. And I would love to hear all your thoughts if you guys watch that. Tell me who you would like to see. And if you want any contract details, anything like that, you can always comment. I'll always try to help you guys understand everything I can. Always down to talk birds, whatever. Marshall, I will whoop your ass. I'm guessing my family is home, but I'm going to have to get heading out here. I will get through these. Any last comments here you have, get them in here. I'll get to the bottom here in a second. Yeah, definitely are. And I told you, don't worry. The media will be repeating me. I'm promising you, dude. There's a Super Bowl team, and we're going to be a dynasty. I'm telling you, they will be on board. I will not falter, man. My boyfriend yesterday, if you thought Hurts was better than Wentz, oh, hell yeah. At this point, for sure, man, for sure. And, I liked Wentz a lot, too. And he was our quarterback of the future. And then he got hurt, and it's just, oh, man. And that was really rough. But Jalen Hurts was him. And, we couldn't ask for a better dude to come in here. So thank God he's the one leading the way. And it was really nuts to see people losing their minds. And it's like, who cares, dude? Like, we got the better quarterback. So a lot of people were rooting against Hurts just because of the fact that, and maybe a lot of that was racially motivated, in my opinion. But yeah, it is what it is. No, thank you. And I think, obviously Wentz has proven you're just mentally weak. So that sucks. Hope he figures it out in life and good, best of luck to you. But this Eagles team had to move on. And we took on that dead money and everybody, it's all over. And it was like, no, dude, we take one on the chin. We'll be right back. And boom, right back. And I think he does if he was saying stuff like that. So love to see that. Pass rush is the most realistic trade. I think that's one of my least likely trades. It's probably our strongest position when it comes to just depth. Obviously, we talk about the interior D line, the edge rushers, quarterback. Feel very comfortable there. But I think this defensive line is the best in the NFL, and I will not change that. I've said it a million times. I think they can break the sack record still, even with those slow first few games. I still think this will be the number 1 pass defense at the end of the year. I think this will be the number 1 defense in the NFL. And I will not change my opinion of that. This front, man, people, I don't know what they see, but they're sleeping on the wrong ones, man. We're creating pressure. Yeah, we're not getting sacks every play. Like, dude, people will come around. I promise you that. And I still think the same thing with Brian Johnson. You have to be patient. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to come out here and be a Hall of Fame coordinator in the first half of the year. I thought there would be some struggles. Sure, we didn't want to see him the certain ways there were, especially in the red zone. You want to be able to score, not just be kicking field goals and stuff. So as I said, throughout these weeks, I understand the frustration. I understand people want to fire him and get rid of everyone. But that is not my thought process. Mine is, okay, how do we fix this? And if they don't start adjusting and fixing certain things and doing certain things, look, and also the context of certain things, how things are not working, why they're not working. So, with injuries, things that, Opeta being in their guard and, just look, for me, this team, they have still a long ways to grow and get better. And that's great for us. They still make stupid mistakes where they clean those up and we're going to be unstoppable. And Brian Johnson, he's still very new to this, and I think we just got to stay patient here. This team, and like I said, before the season started, wait till about halfway through the year before you start calling for everyone's head, because it always goes like this each year. And it's like, let's just stay patient and see what they learn from their mistakes. And I think they're doing that. And you saw that against the Dolphins. So just keep growing, keep getting better. And that's all I can ask for. But love to see you guys sharing the love in here. I truly hope you're all having yourselves a great weekend. It's always nice to come here on Fridays, talk to you guys. What do you think of Sue? I don't think we need them at all. I think, as I had mentioned earlier, I think that we are loaded. I don't know why people think that we don't have a good D-line. We need more. But, bro, I'm telling you, it is the deepest. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Milton Williams, Fletcher, Cox, Contavious Street, Marlon Tuipulotu, Moro Ojomo. That's the interior. Then we talked about the edge rushers. And, dude, Sweat and Reddick. Then you've got Derek Barnett and Brandon Graham as your next. And then Nolan Smith's just going to keep getting more reps. So I don't want to really lose any of those reps for any of those people. So I'm not giving up my draft picks, my cap space for people we don't need when there are, at corner, you've got, things that are working out here if people stay healthy, but maybe you're scared there. We talked about this last night in the trade show. Maybe, in my opinion, you want to go out and get a tight end, somebody who can actually help out right now with Goddard, not just Goddard out there. And God forbid something happen. And maybe you want to go get another running back. Penny's not figured. There's so many things we talked about last night, but me too. Yeah, right. And I would never. I was just so funny. Who the hell was telling me that? Someone just telling me some story about, and I always feel weird after I say stuff like this, but they said something. This is how old I'm getting. Somebody said something about dating somebody at one point. Oh, I was dating this fan, and I was just like, oh, it's like I would never, I could never do that, dude. I already have enough of a hard time watching games. If somebody's gonna be trolling me and shit, dude, I'm not doing that. More power to you, but I would never be with someone that's not even an Eagles fan. I'm nuts, dude. I don't care. I'm weird. And if you're with someone that's not, I'm saying for me, we're all different here. I'm way too invested in the Eagles for anybody to be trolling me, because they're gonna get some sweet chin music directly to the face. They start talking shit to me. But best in the league, I'm telling you, never sleeping on the wrong ones, right? You've heard it here first. And hey, look, I do my best to get everybody on board each year, and it takes me a while. I never get credit for it. It's fine. This guy started the thing, 2 years after you did. And it's like, well, that's weird, because 2 years ago I started it. But look, man, I don't care. I don't need that admiration or adulation. I just need people to stop following the dumbasses that have no idea what they're talking about, being pissed off all the time and telling me what I don't know, because I'm just trying to help people and trying to share the brotherly love, because we all just want to see our birds succeed. And I'm just trying to paint that picture rather than being out here and just throwing shit at the wall. So take your pick. You want shit, or you want a nice, beautiful painting? Dude, hope you guys are having a great Friday. I'm going to get rolling out here. He's on IR. You can't trade for him. But I think people will just get trade happy because, they all think it's Madden and it's crazy. And look, I get it. And I tell you guys each week, that's why, or each year when it gets closer, it's like Christmas for me, the day after trade deadline, it's over. But they'll still try to talk about trading for Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes. But it's at least finally you can just be like, dude, it's over, okay? But I always try to break down the cap numbers for a lot of people that people talk about, just to try to ease things and show you why or why not. I want everybody to have fun. I want you to enjoy the stuff, but I also want you to not get mad then, because that's what happens. And, well, Howie failed because he was supposed to trade for Derrick Henry. It's like, no one said that. No one ever said that. People made that up, but that's not reason to get mad at Howie, because you don't know what's going on with the cap and stuff. So it's nuts, man. Look, pass rusher, I love the line, but I just think more realistic every time about Marcus Brown and stuff. I just don't think that's realistic. Yeah, dude, if you want Marquez Brown, I'm going to have to pass on that one too. Sorry, Marcus. I know maybe his name's close to yours, but no thanks, dude. See, and that's why I make these shows, because if you guys watched last night's show, you understand that I try to give you more realistic options. And I do talk about the crazier names for you so that we can break it down. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm just not going to talk about what you want to. I want you to understand that this is why I feel this way. And look, for me, man, this team's loaded. And each week. Obviously, they're going to have to stop after this week. They're going to have to stop talking about how we need to get rid of everyone, and they're going to have to get on board and become Eagles fans, because this team, the train's already left the station, man, just like I talked about with Hurts for years, man. Jump the hell on before it's gone, man. This team, we lost to the Jets, and you saw everyone. I'm done. Good. I need your stuff. Send it my way, because the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. And I hope you have a great weekend. I'll be back here tomorrow afternoon with that practice squad elevation, as we do each week. So for the Commanders and the Eagles, you'll have both. Then you'll have the updated depth chart. You'll see who's out, questionable, all that stuff piled in to that damn depth chart, man. So many effing graphics to put together, and I'm just trying to do all that stuff. Yeah, man, I don't know how you guys watch that stuff or read that stuff, but that's why I try to give you something different. I want you guys to actually know the real stuff. What's actually, there's no one else that's ever been able to get all the trades that I have, all the free agent signings, all the draft picks, because I actually do the work. I actually look at the cap, all these things, rather than just making shit up all the time. And I know a lot of people prefer that, and to each their own. But for me, I'm going to keep throwing out the facts. And people, if you want that, awesome. And Tiffany, I think you started us off today by letting us know, we're sickos in these parts, and that's what this is for. You sickos who want to know what's really going on. So you keep showing up. I'll keep putting out content that actually matters. Let the other people argue with Cowboys fans and not know what's going on. And hey, as long as they get on the back of the train or just make it in time, jump on where you can. I don't care. We just need him. I will keep conducting, whether it's the Hurts train, the Super Bowl train, the Dynasty train. We'll get them all aboard. A little toot toot. Let's go, baby. But I hope you're all having yourselves a great weekend. Hope to see you tomorrow. But until then, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all have yourselves a great night. You stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!